What's up, everybody? It's your boy Smitty from DetroitMountain.com. Ready to give you my review on this heart-pounding victory the Lions got over the Dallas Cowboys 31-30. Now, I had to pick my heart up off of the ground, put it back into my chest as it continued to beat as the Lions drove down the field and scored the touchdown to win this football game. I got to give you the good and the bad about how this victory came about. I got to start with the turnovers. That's number one. Reggie Bush had a fumble. Calvin Johnson had a fumble. And Matthew Stafford had 3 interceptions. One which came off a drop pass from Calvin Johnson. And I'm going to fault Matthew Stafford for 2 interceptions. One off the slant. I didn't even like the play call. But Brian Billick was saying it throughout the game that, you know, quarterbacks don't like the slant. Still no excuse for Stafford to throw that ball. And, you know, with the other one, I think Durham didn't really fight on the route to get the near pick 6. But still another ball that Stafford did not need to throw. So, you know, it was just an all-around bad game as far as the offense was concerned. Couldn't get momentum, although they had a ridiculous amount of yardage. And that rolls into the number one positive. Calvin Johnson with 329 complete yards in this game. That's outrageous. You don't do that in the National Football League unless you're Calvin Johnson. It's just that simple. I also got to give a shout out to Dez Bryant for, you know, his rants and raves throughout the game. And, you know, you're not Calvin Johnson. I don't care who you are. Now, if you want to take Dez Bryant over Calvin Johnson, that's fine. Give me Calvin and we'll go mano y mano. I'm going to switch back to the bad things. You know, it was some bad play calling offensively. I go back to the slants on the pick 6. I think that was just so elementary. Like, you know, Dallas could not play you well deep, but when you spread them out, you gave them the options to let the linebacker sit on the short slants routes and things like that. And then, you know, it was a bad play call, I think, on second and goal, where Reggie Bush got a toss play. You know, it was just, the offense just wasn't rolling the way that they should. Get the ball down the field, and I would like to see, you know, a little bit more of Joique Bell. Not any knock on Reggie Bush on what he's able to do, but, you know, if you run Joique Bell on some of these plays that you're giving to Reggie Bush, you know, things will pick up with the run game. So we need better play calling from Linehan. And I haven't been banging the drum about this guy, but come on now. Better play calling has got to be an issue. Matthew Stafford, although he did throw those interceptions, played very resilient. There were some throws in this game that, you know, there are only so many quarterbacks in the league can make. I'm going to be straight up. You know, the last drive was, of course, ridiculous, especially that strike that he threw to Durham. And, you know, it's hard to evaluate this cat because when you need to get it done, Stafford usually does. He's not throwing interceptions late in the game like Tony Romo does, but at the same time, you know, he stays resilient. He hits guys on the numbers when it's necessary. And like I said before, he gets better throughout the game. And Stafford, you rather be a better closer than open the game. So, I mean, that's just the way football goes. The third bad thing was the Lions are still giving up too many big plays. Dez Bryant and Terrence Williams, 2 big plays that went for touchdowns. They had like 150 yards total. And, you know, if the Lions can keep teams at bay and not give up the big play, they would give themselves more opportunity to create turnovers, and they would keep points off the board. The Detroit Lions defense didn't play that bad, but, you know, outside of the big plays, they held Dallas to pretty much field goals. So, you know, if the Lions could stop giving up so many big plays, the defense would be real solid. I know we lost a few guys throughout the game, but they got to do better at that. Okay, the last good thing is that the Lions are 5-3 at this point. You know, that's 8 games out of the way. And I mean, hell, if we go 5-3 again, we wind up 10-6. It's a good grade for the first half of the year. The Lions get ready to go into a bye week, and you beat a team at home. It's good to take care of home. You beat a team that, you know, if we make the playoffs, we may run into this team again. And if they win their division, we may have to go to their house. if we win our division, they got to come to our house. So I think it's a good measuring stick. Although they were without DeMarcus Ware, you know, we played without a few cats, but hey, we came out with a victory. We probably shouldn't have won this game with 5 turnovers. That's more of a discredit to Dallas than it is a credit to us. But at the same time, if we don't commit so many turnovers, we probably blow out the Dallas Cowboys. So that's my evaluation. I'm going to give my game ball to Calvin Johnson, obviously. I think his record was, you know, number 2 of all time. That's what I'm hearing. So, again, that's my analysis on the Lions getting to 5-3, beating the Dallas Cowboys 31-30. This your boy Smitty from DetroitMountain.com, and I'll holler at y'all.